welcome to the 4Naturals family. My name is Shalita Grant and I'm the founder of 4Naturals Hair. I am so excited to walk you through this tutorial for my patent pending 4Naturals treatment at home. Chemically relaxed or chemical free, your locks are in for a treat. Not only will we go over the 4Naturals treatment from detangle to wash and go, you will also benefit from learning my Type 4 hair-centered hair care education, which I developed using cosmetic chemistry and the ancient Ayurvedic practices and ingredients from North Africa and India. I'm so excited to walk you through this, but before we get started, let's make sure you have everything you need to do step 1, pre-poo and detangle, using our patent-pending detangling method. So grab some clips, a plastic cape or towel to cover yourself, a small bottle of water, small bottle of olive oil, an inexpensive deep conditioner, your tangle tamer, and shampoo. So now that you have everything at your station, let's get started. First, you'll want to get your hair completely wet with water. You can do this at home in your kitchen sink or bathtub. Water is the W of our 4-step detangling technique. You'll want to section your hair into 6 sections. Why 6? Because the traditional 4 sections are way too large for us to work with. Gently finger part your hair down the center and then finger part the hair in front of the ear and behind it, creating 3 sections on either side. Clip the ends of the hair to keep the sections separated. Unlearning opportunity and tip number 2. 4Naturals' mission is to impart Type 4 hair-centered hair education. Some of that requires some unlearning, and hair parting is a great place. When you're caring for your hair, the parts you make to section your hair do not need to be perfectly straight. In fact, striving for perfect parts from a tangled head of hair raises your probability of strand breakage. From now on, respect your strands and use your fingers to section tangled hair. And if strands are tangled together, just place that tangle in the section it would make the most sense in. Save your hair by respecting your strands. And now back to the method. Once separated, it's time to apply the D and the O of your new pre-poo staple, section by section. Deep conditioner and spray of olive oil. Start by squeezing the conditioner into your wet hair, saturating the hair from root to end. Use a good dollop, enough to coat the entire section with conditioner. Resist the urge to do any detangling here. Just apply your conditioner, opening the section to ensure it is everywhere, and then grab your spray bottle of olive oil and spray that section, gently squeezing that olive oil in. Now, depending on how thick and long the hair is, the amount of oil will vary. Just apply enough to ensure your hair feels slick. After you've applied your conditioner and olive oil, clip the section and do the same to the remaining 5 sections. And here, we'll add another Type 4 centered hair tip. Notice the 4Naturals detangling method requires you to add water, deep conditioner, and olive oil to each section of hair before you detangle it. Doing it this way is working smart, not hard. We are used to immediately detangling our hair before allowing the products and the water to do its magic. This pre-poo mixture is intended to give the hair slip, making it easier to detangle. Slip also helps you avoid breakage and split ends while detangling. When Type 4 hair is dry, it is fragile, and breakage and shedding are common. So the WDO is all about moisturizing and protecting your hair in preparation for the T, the Tangle Tamer, the best detangling tool for curly Type 4 hair. Allow me to demonstrate for you how to use your Tangle Tamer to detangle your hair. Remove the clip from the first section that received the pre-poo mixture. If it is a thick section, split it in half, starting with the section closest to the hairline, and clip the top section out of the way. Hold the hair you are about to detangle with your free hand, and starting at the very end, drag the Tangle Tamer through until the tamer goes easily from start to end. Always follow the tangle tamer with your free hand. After each stroke, start the tamer closer and closer to the root and immediately smooth with your free hand behind it. Work closer to the root and scalp with each brush stroke. When the tangle tamer gets stuck, do not try to force it through the knotted clump to the end. Instead, take the tamer out of the hair and starting from below the clump, brush the section of hair from end to root and slowly work the knot out. Speaking of knots, the 4 Naturals detangling method also includes instructions for the best way to deal with the variety of knot variations people with type 4 hair and our curl friends struggle with. The other purpose of our smoothing free hand is to feel for the smaller knots that are causing tangles. So once the tangle tamer pulls through the hair, if your smoothing hand feels a bump anywhere, that is a knot. Put the tangle tamer down and pull the hair attached to the scalp away from the knot to identify what kind of knot it is. Here are a few common types. There is the single strand knot, also known as the fairy knot. This is where a single strand gets tangled and knotted on itself. There's nothing you can do once this knot happens, but there are things you can do to limit or prevent it. There is the matted hair knot. These happen when hair that has shed gets trapped around the hair that's still attached to the scalp. If you find this, delicately free any strands attached to your skull from the felled hair with your hand, a few at a time. And then you can use the tamer or your hands to remove the shed hair, clumped curls. These feel stiff in the free hand, but just work those out by brushing underneath the clumped section. Now, when most of those strands have been released, brush with the tangle tamer again from the ends and smooth behind it. Keep doing this until the knot is gone. Now, you'll repeat the detangling process on each section of your hair. Once all your sections are complete, you can simply follow it up with a sulfate-free shampoo. Oh, and be sure to take note of your tangle tamer. If you're used to seeing handfuls of your own hair on the ground, then I'm sure you'll be amazed to see how little hair actually came out. So just throw out your wide tooth combs and expandable brushes and save your hair. Once you've mastered this process and technique, pre-pooing and detangling your hair should only take you about 15 to 25 minutes, depending on your hair density and tangle.